Hey guys, Kev here, and I have a quick review to do for you. This is the ProTech Magic Whiskers, the knife that I could not open even though I knew how to open it. That's how good this thing is. Or how stupid I am, right? So it has this faux bolster right here, and what you want to do is push to the right up top, not down here. That's where I was pushing the whole time, was over here. You have to reach up to the top, and it fires out. Once I figured that out, I really did quite enjoy this knife. And let's get into it, right? So aesthetically, this knife actually looks really good to me. I really dig that bolster kind of being in the middle there. I love that kind of design aspect. It has a simple drop point blade, 154 cm steel. I'm a sucker for a good drop point. It does have like a kind of continuous kind of curve all the way across from tip to tail, and then on the inside as well with a little bit of a swell here. It is black aluminum in the scales. Again, 154 cm, stonewashed with satin flats. And then you have your standard hex hardware from ProTech. That's going to be SAE, Standard American, I don't know what the E is for, hex, Allen key, right? Don't use metric and don't use Torx. Except for on the clip. The clip is T6. Just saying. I jacked up my one Malibu not knowing any of that, okay? And then I talked to ProTech and they told me. This does come in a few variations. I've seen like a tuxedo version that looks pretty sexy. I know my buddy Brad, Mildmannered EDC, has a variant of this. Just a really interesting knife. Again, aesthetically simple, yet elegant. Very, very nice kind of gentleman's piece. Although, you know, it's kind of hard to go to a party and just be like, bam, right? I mean, so I get it. But it is gentlemanly. Right? That's aesthetics. Ergos. I had somebody in the comments after I did the unboxing of this say it was the worst ergonomic knife he'd ever held. Like, he loved the look, but it was the worst ergonomic knife he ever held. And I could not understand what the hell he was talking about. This knife is so comfortable in my hand. It literally melts in my left hand. Now, in my right hand, okay, fair enough. You can feel that clip a little bit because it's a loop over deep carry clip, but they plateaued it right here. So it's not a hot spot. You just feel it a little bit. It's still phenomenal in my right hand. Now, maybe everybody's fingers are different, but mine land perfectly. There's no jimping on the blade, but I don't need it. I am absolutely locked in. I love the ergos on this knife. A choil, maybe, but don't really need it. And for this kind of knife, I don't, you know. The blade stock on this is relatively thin. I kind of like how they did that. They did like a swedge along both sides at the top that feels really good at hand. Again, 154 cm ProTech USA. And that stonewash finish. Yeah, so ergos are good. Carry, deep carry clip recessed into the scale, and then the screws are recessed into that. Absolutely perfect. The only thing I would ask for maybe is to make the clip a little smaller. Excuse me, make the clip a little smaller, like go with this kind of Malibu clip. Or even something smaller, like create a bug out style clip. Sorry guys, I'm really stuffed up. Apologize for that. This does say production run 8, number 941 on it. So that's cool. But yeah, the carry is good, guys. It's thin, it's small, it's lightweight, and it's deep carry. Like, I don't know what else you could really ask for there, right? Action. It's a ProTech with this bolster lock release. It is so smooth and satisfying. Oh, man, it just feels so good. Even left-handed, I figured out, you just use your index finger to slide it over. Now, it's a little less safe because you have less of a grip on the knife, and if it slipped, right, but it works. And it comes out of there every time, just fires out like a ProTech, locks up solid, just feels good, right? Like, I handed this to my mom tonight, and I did the trick. So that's one of the things with this knife is it's kind of a party trick. Like, hey, here, open my knife, huh? Try to open this. And everybody's doing whatever. And even if you know, you can still fuck it up. Idiot. And my mom's like, I don't know. She's like trying to pull on this. She's like, oh, this is good because you can't even figure out how to open it. I'm like, it's funny. So anyway, that's the party trick of this knife. Action is solid, guys. But again, it is a auto. So you have that spring to contend with. You can always do the leg close, which you can't see me doing. You can do a walk down with your fingers like that. Or you can do what most people do, push over, come down with the other hand. You're good to go. That is why I don't like autos. I don't have any in my collection anymore. Technically, I have that donut one, but it's really my wife's. They're not fidgety. Like, they're fun to snap out a couple times and play with, but I don't know, like, that wears off pretty quick for me. It's like an OTF. The fun of it wears off. And that's where, like, a knife with a good hole deployment, middle finger flick knife, like, that doesn't get old somehow. But this stuff does get old after a while. Like, the novelty wears off. But I know that a lot of people love autos, so to each their own, right? And that's why there's so many different knives. Duh. So anyway, action, good. Sounds. Good. Solid. It's an auto. It cracks out of there, and it locks up, and then when it comes back down, it clicks in. Really nice. 6 out of 10 for sounds, we'll call it. We talked carry. Cutting. So I didn't do much cutting with this. It's kind of a fancier knife, and I didn't want to mess with it too much. It has a good edge on it. It is a flat grind that goes 3/4 of the way down the blade. I sliced some paper, some cardboard, and I think... Did I chop up one thing of fruit, like an orange or a mango or something? I think I did that as well, and I made sure to clean it really well after. And it does very well, guys. I mean, it's a really good EDC knife. Honestly, this is at the top of my list for, like, auto EDC knife. Like, I really love the Newport, but it was just a little too pokey, right? I like to have a little bit more power behind that tip or strength behind that tip. And this just simple drop point is actually really good. I don't know. I really, really like this knife. It's very cool. But again, that kind of wears off for me after a while. It hasn't on this because it's not mine, right? Anyway, aesthetics, ergos, carry, action, cutting, and sounds we covered. So value. I don't even know what these cost. I'm going to go ahead and assume they're like $200. And I don't know, I'm starting to think that ProTech is a little outdated with the 154 CM. So they're starting to put S35 on more stuff, right? And they have 20 CV on the manual folders. 154 CM is a little outdated to be charging me $200 or even 180, whatever it is. So definitely not a value. Now, for the cool, like, gimmicky part of it, I think it's okay to charge a little more for that. So I'm okay with 180, right? If that's what it is. But it's not, like, great. And I say this all the time. It's not a value, but the price is okay. recommendations. If you're right-handed and you like autos and you haven't tried a Magic Whiskers, you gotta try it. It is so freaking cool. It flies out of there. It's just a cool trick, and it's a different type of auto. You're not just pushing a button, right? I really like that. If you're left-handed, just understand that you're going to have to hold it weird, and you're going to have to do this, but it still works. I mean, you can still use it. Now, you can't really one-handed close it. I haven't even tried. Oh, that hurt, guys. I mean, my hand started cramping. You could probably use the leg trick, but, you know, I don't think it's a great lefty option. Left ability is like a 3 on this guy. 2 or a 3, just because of the nature of the... Not everybody's going to want to do that, right? So can't really recommend it to lefties, but totally to righties. As long as, of course, it's legal in your state, da-da-da-da. Or if you're like me, just don't give a shit, but that's up to you, not me. I'm not a lawyer. You guys know that, obviously. But yeah, guys, that is the ProTech Magic Whiskers. I really, really like this knife. I'm so glad that Kyle sent it to me to check out. Really appreciate that, buddy. I love you, man, and I love you all as well. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will catch you later.